Ladies, Chic and Pet Powers here. I am outside getting this late workout in. You gotta release the pressure off of yourself. When you're really trying to rebuild your life after serious losses, setbacks, grief, you lost a job, a career, or any transition that really took a big toll on you, you know what keeps me going? What keeps me alive? What keeps me connected to my real voice? Because I feel very distorted, disconnected, disassociated, coming out of jail, homelessness, domestic violence, rebuilding my life from, bipolar diagnosis. It's amazing. When you put your mental, your emotional, physical, and spiritual health number one, that's going to allow you to get some type of memory connection back. That's going to allow you to get some familiarity back in yourself. That's going to allow you to find a common ground within yourself as a woman to get your power back, your courage, and your voice for your life, to grow a connection back to your body, your mind, and your spirit, and your femininity, a new power within yourself as a woman. When you really face your emotional sides in yourself, the things you know you need to face, the things you think about at night, the grief, the loss, the pain, the trauma, face it. Because that's what allows me to go through life, still focus on my self-care every single day. I don't miss a beat, because there's power when you take care of the inner life, because that's going to allow you to stay focused and have a direction in your life instead of being aloof. When you go through serious trauma and setbacks like me, jail, homelessness, mental illness battles and things like that, you got to stay connected to the parts of yourself that's not a victim, that your mind and your inner critic or your doubt tries to tell you within your spirit and your voice. You know what I'm talking about. But here's how you rewire your brain. Here's how you find the motivation to get back to yourself, ladies. The fitness, the book, anything that you put to the side because you went through a divorce or you came out of traumatic situations like me, and you're trying to rebuild yourself, rebuild your emotionals, rebuild your confidence, rebuild some type of outlook on your life, even a new outlook. Sometimes we go through these things, ladies, and now we have a new outlook on what we want for our lives. It's okay. Some of us are going through some big changes and shift, and a lot of us ain't diving into it. Trust me, I know. God speaks to me all the time about the things that I need to dive back into, the things that came normal to me, the things that I know light me up. I see myself sometimes falling into that grief space, and I can't fall into that grief space. So what keeps me alive and motivated, like today, I didn't want to work out, but I had to push myself to get back to the fitness workouts because that always came easy to me. Think about what always came easy to you, ladies. Think about what always came natural. And now life happens, setbacks, transition. You lose a relationship, someone close to you. You went through all these changes and transition. Now you're trying to find you again. Sometimes you're never going to find the old you again. But the power of self-care is going to take you to a new version of yourself, to disconnect from the old versions of yourself, of the ways, the impatientness, the overly emotional, the aggressiveness, the assertiveness, the get-back power, to get the last word. All that in your spirit is no good. This is why I gotta work out, I gotta pray, I gotta do my Bible study, I gotta do things to keep my spirituality elevated, because I feel myself almost fall into those suicidal ideations from my trauma, from domestic violence and things of that nature, and the things I experienced when I was homeless. But my artwork, the connection that I have to my creativity, my real purpose, my passion and intention, that allows me not to fall aloof. That allows me not to fall into the